오늘도 기대되는 하루가 시작되었다. 나는 삶의 모든 면에서 풍요롭고 여유롭다. 나는 부유하고 자유롭고 특별하다. 나는 충분히 똑똑하고 건강하고 충분히 용기 있다. 나는 명확한 꿈과 목표를 가지고 있고 그것이 정확히 언제 어떻게 실현될지를 잘 알고 있다. 돈은 내가 원하는 모든 선한 부분을 이룬다. 돈은 내 인생을 더 좋은 방향으로 이끌고 있다. 나는 돈을 통해 내가 원하는 최고의 것을 얻는 것이다. 나는 돈을 통해 내가 생각하는 모든 것을 얻을 수 있다. 나의 번영이 다른 이들에게 지출하는 모든 돈들도 더 큰 부와 풍요를 가지고 내게 다시 돌아온다. 돈을 버는 것은 쉽다. 돈을 버는 것은 즐겁다. 나는 돈과 부자들을 축복합니다. 나는 돈과 부자들에게 감탄합니다. 나는 돈과 부자들에게 감사합니다. 오늘도 부자들의 좋은 습관들로 하루를 채워가며 감사합니다. 다양한 방법을 통해서 수입이 점점 늘어남에 감사합니다. 나의 순자산이 몸이 성장하고 기하급수적으로 늘어나고 있음을 감사합니다. 나는 돈도 있고 시간도 있는 시간 부자가 되었습니다. 나는 정신적, 신체적으로 모두 건강한 건강 부자입니다. 나는 성장의 행복한 행복 부자입니다. 나는 나를 사랑할 줄 알고 사랑받는 부자입니다. 나는 인류를 사랑하며 선한 행복을 받는 부자입니다. 내가 평생 쓰는 내 주문을 감사합니다. 내 주문을 나와 함께 같이
kids that were just in their plain clothes quit on the task of opening all the padlocks because the keys that they had didn't open any of the locks. It was a red herring. They just wanted to see with frustration how long they were going to last. So they quit the first. They were the first ones to quit. So what's that measuring? Grit and perseverance. Two things that we all talk about all the time, and just what it takes in order to achieve something. Right. Because you're gonna need it. Now, the young kids that pretended to be Batman or whatever their favorite superhero was, they lasted longer, but they didn't last as long as the kids who had on the costume or the uniform.
That was interesting.
But here's the other side effect of it. They weren't expecting to be tracking self-talk. So how kids were talking about it, because young kids, if you're around them, they don't just keep the thoughts in their head, they're talking out loud. It's like when they meet someone who's chubby, or they're like, oh, why is he so fat? Like it's just like, oh, please just have some social decorum. So the young kids that were sitting there playing close would say like, oh, I'm not good at puzzles, or I can't get this, I quit. Okay, so I can't get this, I quit. I'm not good at puzzles. Kids who are wearing the uniform now, they would say things like, damn, I wouldn't quit, so I'm not going to quit. Dora the Explorer always finds a way, so I'm going to find a way, right? They now disassociated from whatever their own identity was, and they started acting through these other traits of Dora, of Batman. That's kind of like me sort of putting together the pieces for everyone around why using a totem, an artifact, some sort of object is so important to help you activate those traits from the person or the thing that you're most inspired by. I want you to have an emotional connection with this new identity.
How is this not pretending?
Because pretending is just the word alone has the sort of intention or the thinking of concerning yourself with the thoughts, opinions, and judgments of other people. Screw them. It
So
doesn't.
it's not necessarily a change in affectation, but it's a change in the way that you think about it.
It's the way that you change it. Because anytime you're trying to do something to deceive or trick other people, that isn't a healthy way to be operating from, because what it ends up doing is it traps you. Because that's not the healthy way that you want to build your identity. But even in the book, I talk about the difference, in chapter 8, I talk about the difference between that outside-in approach, which is you trying to do things for other people, trying to impress other people, worried about what other people are thinking about you, so then you don't do the thing anymore. Concerned with, what if everyone sees this crappy video that I've just done and, they judge me as being, a loser on video, or whatever. A great piece of research. So there's a psychological phenomenon that we've got called enclothed cognition. Enclothed cognition is that we as human beings, we attach meaning and story to the clothing that other people wear or that we wear. So, case in point, yes. So, if someone were to walk into this room with us right now and they had on a doctor's coat or a lab coat, immediately, at an unconscious level, you're going to make a whole bunch of assumptions and tell a story about that person, right? So it could be that they're successful, and again, everyone's different because all of us have had different experiences with people in white coats. But for the most part, if it was a doctor's coat, it's that they're successful or they're smart, they're detailed, and so on. So we do that. What people don't realize is that with this power of enclosed cognition, by you putting on something, you're actually changing at an unconscious level the way that you're about to go and act.
오늘도 성공 비밀을 씹어먹을 준비가 되셨나요? 이렇게 동기부여 모닝콜 필사에 참여하시는 여러분은 이미 성공한 사람이나 다름없습니다. 한글 5번, 영어 5번입니다. 시작합니다. 나는 내가 원하는 모습을 생각하고 그에 맞게 행동할 것입니다.
I will think about what I want and act accordingly.
나는 내가 원하는 모습을 생각하고 그에 맞게 행동할 것입니다.
I will think about what I want and act accordingly.
나는 내가 원하는 모습을 생각하고 그에 맞게 행동할 것입니다.
I will think about what I want and act accordingly.
나는 내가 원하는 모습을 생각하고 그에 맞게 행동할 것입니다.
I will think about what I want and act accordingly.
실패가 두려우신가요? 어떤 상황 속에서도 할 수 나는
The way that you're about to go and act.
I will think about what I want and act accordingly.
나는 내가 원하는 모습을 생각하고 그에 맞게 행동할 것입니다.
I will think about what I want and act accordingly.
나는 내가 원하는 모습을 생각하고 그에 맞게 행동할 것입니다.
I will think about what I want and act accordingly.
나는 내가 원하는 모습을 생각하고 그에 맞게 행동할 것입니다.
I will think about what I want and act accordingly.
나는 내가 원하는 모습을 생각하고 그에 맞게 행동할 것입니다.